what is the link between incontinence and our sexuality?
So women can leak during sex for a couple of different reasons or different mechanisms. A very common one is when women have what we refer to as stress urinary incontinence. During sex, that can manifest itself as women feeling like they're going to leak when they are about to have penetration or during thrusting movements. So now that is often related to how women are using their pressure system of breath and pelvic floor function during sex. So when women have developed a system of using the abdominals too much to try and pull their pelvic floor muscles to work, then that can create a lot of pressure, and that can actually cause, instead of pulling the pelvic floor up to stop urine from coming out, it can actually do the opposite. It can squirt out. So one way of treating that is women learning and understanding the correct use of their pelvic floor, so that as they're about to have penetration, not bracing, not tensing, but actually relaxing or allowing the pelvic floor to have the give to allow that penetration to happen without causing pressure and squirting urine out. One way of learning that is by using the ultrasound machine again as well. So women will understand how they are engaging their muscles, and they can see in the image what they're doing. So if they're actually causing pressure and pushing down on the bladder rather than lifting up, and learning how to dissociate a little bit, how to use the pelvic floor a little bit more gently than just using the abdominals too hard, or holding breath. So again, holding breath causes pressure and causes urine to leak out. So those are all some of the things that we can talk about. Other reasons why women can sometimes leak during sex is during orgasm. They feel like their bladder is just going to empty. Now, there are two ways of looking again at this particular issue. One is that many studies have shown that women can have ejaculation during orgasm. So that's when your bladder will just involuntarily empty itself under the effect of orgasm. But some women feel that that's not appropriate, and they don't want to experience that because they're embarrassed, they don't want the smell, they don't want to just let go, so then they hold back. And that, of course, is not so healthy, because you don't experience your own full intense pleasure. But some women will leak as well during orgasm because of an overactive bladder. So women who have a lot of frequency, they go to the toilet all the time, they can't hold, if you're that kind of person who arrives anywhere and needs to go to the toilet to empty your bladder, and it's a very small volume of urine rather than a full bladder, then that is an indication that your bladder is behaving in an overactive way. So if you are that kind of person, there are ways that we can train the bladder to become stronger. So again, a physiotherapist like myself would use different techniques to help you understand the physiology and the normal function of the bladder, and help you understand how to improve the use of your bladder. And that usually involves understanding the pelvic floor, because the pelvic floor muscles help you. When you have stronger muscles, you can actually postpone a trip to the toilet. But if your muscles are weak and you don't understand how they relate to the function of your bladder, then you may feel like you need to go to the toilet all the time when you shouldn't. So those are some of the things that we can talk about, and how that can actually help you not to withdraw from sex if you are afraid of leaking urine. So there's always help out there for all of these different conditions, and I can certainly help with that.